This is the midterm of cross-cultural understanding. The first case is intercultural communication. Intercultural communication is process of engaging information between people from different cultural backgrounds. It involves understanding differences in language, values, belief, and communication style. That important in today's globalized world, intercultural communication is essential because business and organization operate internationally. Students and workers often study and work abroad, and understanding cultural differences prevent conflict and promote cooperation. And then this is the source from Samovar, L.E. Porter, R.E. and McDaniel Communication Between Cultures. Then this challenge, language barrier. People may misunderstand and or misinterpret meaning. And then stereotypes, prejudiced ideas about other culture may cause offense. Different communication style. Some cultures are direct like Germany or the US, while others are indirect like Japan or Indonesia. And then the real case, McDonald's in India. Yes, McDonald's successfully adapted to India culture by removing beef from its menu and then respecting Hindu belief. This show effective intercultural communication, understanding, and adjusting to cultural norm build customer trust and brand success. Sources: The Economic Times, 2021. And then the second case is the relationship between language and culture. And language and culture are deeply connected. Language reflects how a culture sees the world, and culture shape how people use and interpret language. As Edward Sapir said, language is a guide to social reality. Source: Sapir, Language and Culture. And then, for example, politeness in Japanese and Indonesia. Both language use special forms to show respect. Example, Japanese keigo and Indonesian bapak or ibu. Individualism and collectivism. English speakers often use I to express independence, while Asian cultures prefer collective expression like we to show harmony. And then example, cultural misunderstanding. When American teacher taught in Korea, some students' silence was misinterpreted as a lack of interest. In Korea culture, silence actually showed respect. Misunderstanding happened because of different cultural interpretation of the same behavior. And then this is the summary. Topic key ideas, real example. Intercultural communication, understanding cultural differences, help global interaction. McDonald's menu adapted in India language and cultural language expresses cultural values and identity. Korean classroom silence versus Western talkativeness. Then this is video part 2. The first case is cultural berries. A team of employees from Indonesia, Germany, and Japan are working together on a joint technology project. During meeting, the German manager often gives direct feedback. The Japanese member remains silent when they disagree, and the Indonesian team tries to avoid confrontation to maintain harmony. After several weeks, communication starts to break down, deadline and misunderstanding occur. The task and question. Identify and analyze the main cultural barriers in this situation. And then this is the main cultural barriers. The main barriers come from different communication style. Germany are very direct and low context. They say exactly what they mean. Meanwhile, Japanese and Indonesian members are high context and avoid direct confrontation. They prefer harmony and direct feedback based on Hofstede, cultural dimension harmony score high on individualism and low on power distance, while Indonesia and Japan are more collectivist and hierarchical. These differences make meeting uncomfortable. For example, Japanese members stay silent when they disagree, while Germans expect open discussion. And then provide data or evidence. And then this is evidence and supporting data. According to Hofstede Inside, Germany has an individualism score of 67, while Indonesia has only 14. Japan also practice newashi, nemawashi, a pre-meeting consecutive explain silent informal meeting, and then discuss to build consensus while which explain why Japanese members really speak up in large meeting, and an effect on teamwork. Misunderstanding lead to high hidden disagreement, miss deadline and tension. The manager might think everyone agrees, but in reality, some members are just staying silent to avoid conflict. And then the next is strategy to overcome. To fix this, the team should set clear communication norm and feedback style, and or use pre-meeting so everyone can share opinions safely, and then mix both fast decision making and time for reflection. By balancing direct and indirect style, the team can collaborate more effectively. And then the next case is cross-cultural communication for business. The scenario, an Indonesia furniture company, Tropical Craft, in expanding to the Europe market. The company's marketing teams create advertisement emphasizing family values and community spirit. However, the campaign received title attention from European audience, who view the ads as overly emotional and lacking in professionalism. And then this is the analyze the cross-cultural communication value that occurred in this case. Case of value. Emotional collectivities, it didn't resonate with individualism Europeans. In this case, the Indonesian company Tropical Craft tried to promote furniture in Europe using emotional advertisement about family and community. However, the campaign failed to attract attention. Why? Because the failure happened because failure happened. The message didn't fit the Europe. Indonesian did and focus on collectivist values like family and togetherness, but Europe ideas audience are more individualistic. They want fact, personal benefit, and professionalism. Then this is the supporting data. Studies in cross-cultural marketing show that Asian countries emphasize emotional and group-oriented, while European markets prefer regional, product-based message. Western audience often respond less profitly to emotional appeal from collectivist culture. And the cultural values, collectivism versus individualism affect message appeal. These differences can be explained by half-state dimension of individualism versus collectivism and half high context versus low context communication. The Indonesian tip use a high context emotional style, but the European market expect a low context factual message. And then the next is previous market strategy. So to improve the company should focus on quality and design and individual style or highlight product uh, creative certification and eco-friendly proof, then adapt the tone for each region, more rational in Northern Europe and silent emotional in Southern Europe. And then the last is combine emotional and logic in one slogan like Indonesian crafts, craftsmanship design for your modern home. Modern home. Sorry. And then the last case is non-verbal communication scenario. During a business negotiation between a U.S. company and an Arab client in Dubai, the American representative repeatedly checked his watch and maintains a wide personal distance. The disrespect. The Arabic client interprets this behavior as impact, impatience and disrespect, leading to a tense atmosphere and failed negotiation. And then identify the nonverbal communication issues. Then this is the nonverbal issues. The main problem was nonverbal misunderstanding in Arab culture, checking your word signal, impaction, or disrespect, and maintaining a wide distance seems cold or unfriendly. In contrast, American values punctuality and personal space, but in Arab culture, relationship and closeness are more important. And then present data or research finding, support data risk and effect, supporting data. Recent published in negotiation journal explained that Middle Eastern culture have a flexible perception of time. They prioritize personal connection over strict schedule And then another study on Proximus, Proximus found that Arabs prefer a closer conversational distance than Americans. And then this is expand how non-professional differ across culture and how they influence trust and relationship building in business. This non-provocation strongly affect trust when someone looks at their watch or avoid closeness and suggests they are not interested. In Arab culture, respect and warmth are shown through tension, eye contact, and proximity. And then this is recommend communication strategies to prevent similar issues in future cross-cultural meeting. To avoid similar issues, negotiations should maintain appropriate body distance and eye contact, avoid checking their watch or phone during talks, and then begin with small talk or hospitality before business, attend culture briefing before international meeting. By doing so, they can build better trust and stronger relationship. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.